my friend, if you are a holistic nutritionist or health coach who is consuming all the free content left and right, you are listening to every podcast, you're downloading every freebie, you are working on your website nonstop, and you have this DIY funnel in your head, and you're doing all the things, but you're not consistently signing clients, we have to talk about it, okay? Because here's the truth of why it's probably not happening. People aren't investing with you because you're not investing with you. You're not getting paid because you're not paying. Phew, I know, it's a big deal. And that is because people are not buying information anymore, okay? So we have to talk about the big shift in 2025, which is people don't have to buy information. They don't need to hire you to learn the information that you have, to learn the expertise that you have, because they can get it for free online in a million different places. There's a million YouTube videos and podcast episodes and ChatGPT questions to ask and answer to get any information. That is not why people are buying, okay? They're not investing for that. They're investing because they want speed, because they want clarity, because they want to go faster, and they don't want to waste more time. That is why people will hire you. But if you, in your business, are not investing in resources to get clarity, to go faster, to have it be simpler, and to not waste time, you are going to miss out on those clients because your belief is we just got to keep spending time. We just got to keep DIYing. That's what you're doing in your business. And those are the clients that you're going to attract. People that just want to keep listening to more podcasts, and they want to keep downloading more freebies, and they want to keep DIYing themselves instead of spending money so they can save time, because that's how you're approaching your business as well. So let's fix that problem, shall we? This is really top of mind for me because I just got off an interview with a client of mine named Isabella, who you can see in the last video, where she talked about a massive shift in her business when she started charging more money. And the big shift, not only because her business had more resources, was because she was attracting clients that needed so much less from her. They did not need the hand-holding. They did not need constant validation. They were showing up at a way different level because they were so clear on the result that they wanted and that they were willing to pay her so they could save time on getting the result. And she sold it that way. She has an amazing money-back guarantee, so definitely go listen to that episode to get all of the nuggets from Isabella. But that conversation just had me thinking. And so I'm literally recording this right now after I just got off the call with her because I am thinking about her experience. And she said this in the podcast episode, and I'll say it again here. When people pay, they pay attention. When people pay, they pay attention. That goes for you in your business. That goes, so my clients, but that also goes for your clients. Super important to remember. Versus a recent sales call that I had with someone who was approaching this exactly the opposite way. So I'm going to call her Molly. That is not her real name, but we're going to talk about Molly. And like I said, after I got off this interview with Isabella, this was top of mind for me because I was thinking about, look how successful she is and how well this is working because of that frame of mind versus Molly. So Molly has a full-time job. She has a 9-to-5 that is very demanding. She's raising 2 kids. She is building her business, her wellness business, nights and weekends. She's been working at it for about 3 years to try to get her business off the ground. And she's super smart. She's very resourceful. She's relentless in working on her business, but she's not getting clients consistently. She's hardly worked with any clients. So she has a website built that she's done from scratch on her own. It is, I would give it a 6 out of 10. Like it's there, but it's missing some real key components to actually bring in clients. She is watching all of the content. She says she's been listening to my podcast, and she's well aware of the information. That's what I'm trying to say. But her time is very scarce. And so she hasn't signed a client yet because the people coming to her are also saying that they don't have time to work with her. Should this be a surprise? No, it shouldn't be a surprise. But the irony of Molly's situation and what we talked about on the sales call that I did with her was about how she keeps DIYing her business because she doesn't want to invest money. She only wants to invest time. And this kept coming up on the call. She said, I really don't want to spend more money on my business. I have invested a lot of money in my certifications, and I know that I know enough to get started, and I don't want to spend more money on my business. Which sounds logical. It does. And I understand this. I totally get it. However, her desire to not spend money has had her spend 3 years not getting clients. And so her biggest pain point is she doesn't have enough time, but all she's spending is time. She's not investing money so that it can go faster so she can just get clients. Because, and I told her this on the sales call, I said, we have a process in my program called Website in a Weekend, where you're going to use very specific AI prompts that I'm going to teach you that is going to show you exactly what to put on each page of this website and totally change the messaging and really dial it in so that people are booking calls with you and you're signing clients. Like, we're going to fix that problem, but you're going to have to invest money to save the time to fix the problem. And so I could see that mentality of like, I don't want to spend money, I only want to spend time, versus Isabella saying, oh my gosh, when people invest and when they pay attention. It's such a different experience, and it is a different experience. So I lovingly say, if that is you, if you are spending all of the time and you are getting all of the content, you're getting all of the information, and you are learning about funnels, and you're looking at what this person is saying and what that person is saying, and maybe it's what I'm saying, but you're not actually seeing the results, you got to step it up and you have to invest in a beginning to end solution. Whether that's in my program or a different program, it doesn't matter to me, but you have to invest because we can always make more money. We can't make more time. Spending some money to save time is the name of the game for you and your business, but more than that, for your clients when they hire you, because that's what you're providing to them. You're providing that transition moment where they hit pay now, boop, put in the credit card on your website, and they hit the button. That is a transformational moment for them. That's where they go from, okay, I want to do this, to I am doing this. And when people pay, they pay attention. That goes for you in your business. I talk to so many people, like I said, that have spent so much money on certifications and on getting more expertise in their wellness field, whatever that is. For most people that I work with, that's holistic nutrition, functional nutrition, but there's a lot of modalities that we work with in health and wellness. And many people have lots of them. They collect certifications. So maybe you have a wide range of specialties that you have spent so much money on. And you are so well equipped to help the people. But you're not investing in your business. You're investing in your brain. You're investing in the tools that you can help people with. But you're not taking that same mentality and putting it towards your business. People are like, I want to grow my practice, but I have to make some money first before I invest in anything else. Which is like your clients coming to you and saying, I really, really want to reverse my autoimmune disease, but I have to go reverse it a little bit first before I can hire you to help me reverse my autoimmune disease. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. And that's what I found with Molly, her name, Molly, on our sales call. It's probably what her future clients are thinking too. And I could read that on her website when I looked at it. It was bleeding through all of the copy that I saw on there was, I know that you're trying to DIY this. I know you're doing it on your own, but you should maybe possibly consider hiring me, perhaps. It's basically what it sounded like. That, of course, isn't what she was actually saying on her website copy, but that was the feeling I was getting. And it was no wonder, because that was her experience, is got to DIY it first, got to figure it out on our own first, got to spend time learning all of the things first before we're allowed to invest in just paying for the simplicity and the clarity and the solution. And if you think that about your business, you will 100% attract people that think that about their health, because you won't be willing to challenge them on it because it makes sense to you, right? So that's why I'm going to challenge you on this. Are you investing in your business at the same level that you have invested in your health expertise? And if the answer is no, why not? For most people that I talk to, it's because they don't want to lose that money. I get it. They don't want to lose it. Like, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if I spend money on learning something for my business or investing in the Profitable Nutritionist program and it doesn't work for me? It's a great question. Let's answer that question. What if it doesn't? First of all, we have a money back guarantee, so that literally can't happen. But in any investment that you make, how are you going to show up to make sure that you maximize the investment? One of the first things I teach in my program when people come in is how to be a person that always gets what they came for. I think this is the most profitable belief. I always get what I came for. Regardless of what I learn, what I sign up for, what I invest in, I always get what I came for. I always can tell you, ooh, this is what I learned, even if it's maybe negative. And that has happened before. I have definitely invested in things for my business, for my health, for every area of my life, for my marriage, all over the place. I've invested in things that weren't exactly what I thought they were going to be. I didn't maybe get the exact outcome I wanted, but I learned something else. I got a nugget somewhere that made that investment worthwhile. Even if it's just how I show up in my next investment, right? So that's also possible. I will just make the disclaimer that that will not be your experience in my program. We have a money back guarantee, but it's just interesting to explore for yourself. How is that true? How do you always get what you came for? How do you always maximize your investments? How do you always make sure that you get a return on investment in anything that you spend money on? Because when you're clear on that for you, on how you show up as a consumer and do that for yourself, you will be so much more likely to expect that from clients that come to you. And you'll set up that experience and you'll set up a complete buyer transaction and client fulfillment that supports it, that they always get what they came for too. People pay, they pay attention. I just felt like this was so important to record right now because of what I said, just the stark difference between Isabella's experience that I just did this interview with a few minutes ago with the sales call I just got done with not too long ago, a couple days ago. I was like, oh my goodness, how differently people can approach their time and what they value more. Because we have finite time. We think we have finite money. However, we can make more money. We can't make more time. So what is more valuable? And that can also change seasonally in your life and in your business and in different areas too. In some regards, you might value your time more than you value your money. You just want to go faster. You just want to pay for the solution. Other areas, you may want to not spend money and you want to really deep dive and you want to fully immerse in spending time isn't a problem. But for people that come to me and are very frustrated with not signing the amount of clients consistently that they want to, but they've been at it for a while, I know just to the tips of my toes that the problem is they're not valuing their time and they're not seeing the money lost to not be getting the results. So let's do a little bit of math, okay? On my call with Molly, again, we'll call her Molly, she wanted to replace her $200,000 a year corporate salary. So she said, in a dream world, my wellness business would replace that. So we'll do the math on that. That's $16,600 a month. Okay. So she needs to bring in $16,600 a month from her wellness practice. She was considering joining the Profitable Nutritionist Program. That's what we were on the call for, which is an investment of $3,500. So here's what it really costs to keep DIYing and not invest $3,500. She has been ruminating for months on this decision. So she already has many months that she's been listening to the podcast, considering joining the program, but not join the program. So let's say that that's 3 months. That is $46,000 that she has lost by not making $16,000 a month. So not investing $3,500 in the program has cost her potentially $46,000. Now, I'm not saying that the first month that she joined the program, she was going to be off to the races and have a $16,000 a month. But what I am saying is that she's been going at this for 3 years and has lost out on so much money that she could have been making in her business. But she's very fixated, as a lot of us are, so I get it, on not losing the $3,500. But what we're forgetting is what we are not gaining by investing in our business or not investing in something. This could really apply to a lot of different areas. For your business, it definitely comes up for your clients not investing in hiring you so that they can save time, so they can go faster. I recently coached someone on this in my program. She said, I feel like people will spend money on things that will make them money, but I'm hesitating to believe that people will spend money on their health. And I just asked her a very simple question. I said, well, how is improving their health making them money? Why don't you talk about that? And she was like, oh my gosh, it totally makes them more money because they can do this and they can do that and they couldn't do this before and they weren't showing up for that promotion before and they couldn't work consistently. There's so many ways that she was like, oh, actually, this does make people money. So talk about that. Right? But again, it's just really looking at what are those beliefs about what people will spend money on, what you should spend money on. What is a worthwhile investment? How much is your time worth? There's so much to unpack here, but this little rant just had to happen because I want you to be successful. I want you to approach your business with the same high standard of expertise that you have for other areas of your wellness business. I know that you have invested heavily, time-wise, and probably monetarily in learning your craft, in learning the different skills that you have that help people. Because people that come to me have the best of the best certifications, and they usually have about 10 of them. So are you using that same standard and that same frame that has you investing in all of the best health and wellness certifications and specialties? Are you applying that to your business? And are you seeing why not doing that is costing you so much money? It seems prudent to save money and spend time, but that is money lost. There is a cost to that, a huge, huge, huge cost to it. So hence this video that I just felt like I had to make, especially because now is the best time in history to ever start a business. I just want to shift this perspective before I land this plane and quit my rant. I swear I will in a second. But think about this. It has never been possible in the history of ever to get started with a business where you could reach literally anybody in the world on this little platform we call the World Wide Web, could work with anyone, actually anyone worldwide. Your income potential is infinite. You could make an unlimited amount of money. There is no ceiling. And the barrier to entry is maybe a few $1,000. This is wild. Absolutely wild. Now, it's not going to happen by trying to do every single strategy and trying to do every single thing and living in constant overwhelm of, should I do this? Should I do that? Is this the best way? Is this the best offer? Should I have a low ticket offer? Should I have a high ticket offer? Should I have an ascension model? Should I have a membership? Oh my gosh, it has to be an online course. Oh, did you see that person is creating reels and doing it that way? And stop. Let's just stop and let's get some perspective and some appreciation for the fact that you can start and scale easily a 6-figure wellness practice with a laptop and a few $1,000. Amazing, amazing. But, and I have no doubt, by the way, that you can do this on your own, that you can figure out how to do it on your own. But how much faster can you do that and how much overwhelm can you save yourself if you're following a step-by-step process? Okay? This is huge. I just want to invite you into this world where it can be easier, it can be simpler, you can move faster, and you can consistently attract high quality clients that also want to invest. They want to spend money because they don't want to spend more time. Those people are out there, they're looking for you. They don't know where to find you. They don't even know what you're called, but they are hoping for you. They are literally laying in bed at night praying for a solution that is you, and they don't even know you're there. So we have to fix that problem. As you can tell, I'm feeling so passionate about this right now. We have to solve this problem. We have to get your business out there. You have to help the people. Don't wait anymore. Hopefully, it is obvious that my preferred solution for you is to join the Profitable Nutritionist program. This is exactly what we do, start to finish, to set up your business, make very sound decisions about what your pricing is going to be. Are you going to have a niche or not have a niche? What is your offer going to be? How are you going to structure it? How are you going to actually get these people results when they pay you a lot of money? How are you going to ensure that they are going to get what they came for? Because you are always someone that shows up and gets what they came for, but also your clients are the same. And you're going to attract those clients and then you're going to deliver on it in a way that blows their mind at such a level, they cannot help but tell everybody what you do and send all of the referrals your way. We do that inside the TPN program, and we help you save a lot of time by distilling all of the possibilities down to just a few next steps. We bring you through every step of the way. There's checks and balances here for if you get confused, you raise your hand for coaching. A real live person, me or my team of coaches, is going to help you with those decisions. And we introduce you to our very proprietary tools that are going to help you go way faster. So think of AI tools that are going to help you spin up amazing marketing in just a few minutes instead of hours, weeks, months, and years in Molly's situation. We are going to show you exactly how to structure a high converting sales call. If you've never done consult calls before and you are just shaking in your boots thinking about, okay, well, what if somebody really does want to work with me? Then how do I do that process? How do I pitch them my offer? What does this even sound like? We got you. We teach you exactly how to do a sales call that converts. What do you say? What do you not say? How do you overcome people's objections? How do you structure it? How do you explain your offer in a way that makes sense? That's exactly what we do in TPN. If you are wondering how to start an email list, how to get your website off the ground, like I said, we have very extensive resources for that, and we leverage AI to help you go way faster. If you are wondering how to structure your time, because right now you have a lot of time that you are trying to allocate to your business. Maybe you are like Molly and you don't have a lot of time. Either way, this is a problem that we solve. But I see a lot people having way too much time. They're saying, I have unlimited time to build my business. This is my sole focus. And I'm so overwhelmed that I'm really not doing anything because I'm trying to do all of the things. Well, that's a problem that we definitely help you solve by constraining down to your 3 top priorities, which we help you establish in the program. And then we also help you block your calendar and maneuver your work times into really doable blocks throughout the week, regardless of how much time you have, so you actually get stuff done and you see progress in your business. If you don't know how to do that, and you probably don't if you've never run a business before, it's mysterious. Doesn't make sense. We have all of the templates. We have all of the swipe copy. We have all of the AI tools. We have all of the frameworks to help you do it quickly, because our goal is that you don't spend so much time trying to figure this out. We want you to go faster, help more people, and then we want you to take that exact same skill set and transfer it into your practice so they go faster and they get better results and you help more people there. Okay, so hopefully I've made that really clear. If you would like to join us in the program, everything linked up in the description for how to do that. You can start today and you can pop right into the 3K in 30 Days Challenge immediately when you start. We are going to help you make your investment in the program back in your first 30 days. And again, that is all part of the promise and the money back guarantee. You will find all of that information on the page that's linked in the description. If you would like to have a free resource to go dip your toe in with a little bit more of this mindset stuff, I would love to invite you into the Profitable Philosophies free course. We even have a secret podcast that goes along with the free course. That is linked up in the description as well. So that'll give you a feeler for a few more of these concepts, like when they pay attention. That is going to help you get up to speed quickly and bring your clients there with you as well. That's kind of a primer for what we do in the TPN program. So if you want to start there, go binge the secret podcast in the free course, and then we'll meet you inside the TPN program.